Hey guys, this is Sean with Flatiron, just showcasing my Mod 4 project. So this project was a full stack web application using React for the front end and Rails for the back end. Um, I called it Compass. It's supposed to be kind of a simple, kind of educational curriculum uh, type application where there's going to be kind of lessons and prompts that you can respond to, and it'll record your responses. Uh, and that's really the gist of it. It's really simple because we were just, as part of our program, we have just been learning React for basically for 2 weeks, and they kind of wanted us to do a project which kind of tied putting together a back end to serve a front end information. So let's dive into it. What you're seeing right here is the root page. So you're seeing there's no kind of, it's like the base URL. So when you first come to this website, you would come to this kind of landing page, which has a simple title, unstyled. I threw in an icon and it has a login button, which will route us to the login page. So uh, obviously, you have two options. You can just try to sign in or log in, or you can sign up. In the interest of time, I'm just going to use one of the existing logins, um, and we're going to log in. So if I had to type in something that like obviously was not a user and tried pressing the login button, there's no prompt here, which is something that I would definitely add, like a modal or an alert that would pop up and say, "Hey, you entered the wrong username." I simply just didn't have time. Um, so, but it won't log me in. So now that I have a proper login name, it'll get me to my curriculum. So the model's kind of broke down like this. You have one curriculum which has many lessons, which has many prompts. Based on the amount of time that I had, I basically have one curriculum that has one lesson, and that lesson has maybe 5 or 6 prompts that I created. So that being said, when you come here, I just added a large kind of fun icon, and you have 3 options. You can edit your account settings. So this was just to make sure that I could practice implementing full CRUD on my users. So that's create, read, update, delete. So you can actually delete your account. You can update your username. You can see your username, and if you want to, like in the beginning, you actually saw that you could sign up and create. So that's kind of dealing with that. Log out is just logging out. It's just important to note that this project isn't actually using real authentication. Um, we hadn't learned at the time how to tie React authentication with backend authentication, and I wanted to not spend time kind of wrangling with getting those to work, and instead just spending time kind of playing around with React and seeing what React can do. So just thought that's an important point to make. So if I want to explore the prompts, so the activities that I can do, I can press explore. And it'll take me to my lessons. So a curriculum will have many lessons. Right now, I've only built out one lesson, which is a certain set of prompts. So if I want to begin that lesson, I can press begin, or I can go back. And as you can see, I've got multiple prompts. These are all segments. If you're wondering how, like what I use to style stuff, I used Semantic UI, which is a really helpful library where you can get components for React that are pre-built and pre-styled. So this specific thing is a segment, and you can see that I've got 3 different types of prompts. I've got a reading, a video, and an activity. Um, and if I click into reading, you're going to notice this is click to update and go back. And obviously, this is a reading. So the idea is I have kind of a little simple header, and there's a lot of text. One thing that I would definitely change is you can see that this isn't exactly formatted. And that's because the caveat to using Semantic UI as like a pre-built styling kind of library is there are some components like this is a text area. And by default, text areas you actually cannot explicitly like style or format the text inside like you could in like Microsoft Word or whatnot. So definitely something that I would want to refactor and change, but in the interest of time, I just kind of threw the text in there. So this has actually already been read because this is saying click to update. And I'll show you, you'll understand what that means when I go to the next one. So see, reading is technically finished. If I go to video, you can see that there's, a video. If I press play, it's
books. I can be in a movie.
So it's video. And there's a really awesome React.js YouTube package that I used to actually bring this up and resize it and make it show up so that you could actually watch a specific video. And once you're done watching this video, if I want to save my progress, I'll click this. And now I've saved, and I essentially have told the program, hey, I've completed this specific prompt. Again, this is probably something I would want to add, but like right next to these, maybe have a checkbox or something that says, hey, you did this. And that would basically, when you press that button, it checks that in. So this kind of, you can see a reading is just text, a video is a video, an activity you can actually type. So there's a question and you can type a response. You can save your response. And if I want to go back, you can see that it saved my response. So just really simple, just dealing with state and saving user input, and nothing super crazy, but just practicing the fundamental React stuff. So that's actually the majority of this application. If I want to log out, I can log out. And that's about it. So I hope that you enjoy this, and yeah, thanks so much.